Hello everyone, today I'm gonna do some more editing tutorial and then my editing process on the shoot with Stephanie. So this is more like fashion blogger style editing, so I will just go ahead right now. So let's get started in here. And then my first one, I'm gonna use the A4 for this one, and then this one is the 16mm. So for fashion blogger, usually the lighting is a little bit brighter, so that it's nice for the clothing style also. And then I use the 16mm for the more like stretching out the leg editorial style, and I will keep the full width for this one. And then I'm gonna do highlight save. I'm just going through with my editing process, my thought process, what I'm thinking about. So basically, yep, this is my first edit. I save and then save as the actual size. And the next one also in the intersection, because it's a similar lighting, I'm gonna just use a similar style. This one is too bright to me, so I'm gonna reduce a little bit of the brightness and then reduce some highlight save a little bit, and then rotate a little bit of the rotation and make sure that it is in the center. Okay, so save this one. So this one is similar, so I'm gonna just do another one like this one, so it's more brighter style for it. And this one, overall the framing is pretty good. I like the building in the back, so I will just reduce the frame a little bit and then save it. And so the next one, let me see if I can get the similar one. So because I'm using A4, you can use the E5 for this one. So A4, it looks pretty good for this one. So I'm gonna just mark it, rotate a little bit. And for Instagram posts, you can do the 4x5 in this one. Because of the fashion blogger, I increased the exposure a little bit, just to be brighter, so more positive energy. And this one also, so I'm gonna just copy and then paste this one into here. So it's more city style portrait. I use the 16mm for this one, so city style. So I'm gonna save this one. So this one is outdoor, right? And then we went to the indoor style. So indoor, I can start with the E5 for this one, and then increase the contrast a little bit, and then the sharpen it out a little bit more. So because it's a fashion blogger, Stephanie is a fashion blogger, I usually just leave the full length, so include more outfit style. So but also make sure that when you crop, make sure a little more room on the top also, because and then be aware of what the direction of the portrait. If she's looking to the right side, make sure more room on the right hand side also. So I save as these two, and then let's see. So this one is a night portrait, and just for the time being, I can just save it and then paste it to this one. It's similar, but it's too yellow on the face. I'm gonna increase the coat tone a little bit, and then reduce the saturation. It's too much saturated on the face. And I like the bokeh in the back, so I don't need to do too much of that. I can just reduce slightly a little bit more of the room from the left side. So this looks pretty good to me. And the next one is backlighting. So backlighting, I can either use HB2 or E5. So I can use HB2 for this one. It has a higher contrast and then nicely stand out on the dark outfit. So let me save it and then increase a little bit more of the contrast. And I'm gonna increase the highlight save also. And then the highlight save, let me try it. So that looks pretty good to me for the full length. So the next one is similar, so I'm just to copy and paste, and all I need to do is just rotate a little bit more of the adjustment for the portrait. So I saved this one, and the next couple one are the backlight at the Chinatown on top of the hill with the light Chinatown in the background. So I'm gonna use, actually this one I can use the previous one. So these are my thought process. If it's similar lighting, I can just use the previous one and then adjust it from there. So I can reduce the exposure and then the sharpen a little bit more, and then rotate this one a little bit. Yep. So I'm gonna copy this edit since the hair flip are similar. I'm gonna, oh, this is might be too dark to me. So if it's too dark, I'm gonna change to S and E5. So it has a nicer tone for me. And I'm gonna reduce, just rotate a little bit slightly, and then crop it tighter, so but remain the head on the left area, so I can still increase a little bit more of the contrast. So I'm just speaking out loud on my thought process in mostly this video on the reasoning. So because the next one are the same, so I'm gonna just copy and then paste and then just rotate the portrait a little bit. So I can just rotate a little bit of the portrait and then reduce the width a little bit so it's tighter, and save as. Yep. And the next one is similar, so I'm gonna just save the same setting, and then this one you can play around with different tone also. So I can just add more cold tone to it instead of the warm tone, and then rotate a little bit more on the rotation so that the building in the back has to be perpendicular to the ground so it looks better. Let me save this one. Yep, save as, and then I can just copy. I can copy this one and then paste to here. It's too dark to me, so this one is too dark. So different one has different lighting. So if it's too dark, I'm just increase more of the exposure compensation, and then yep, this looks good to me. I'm gonna just save this one, save as actual size. Okay, so the next one, it might be too bright, I can tell. So it's too bright, so I'm gonna just go the other direction, so minus. So there's some technical difficulty and then my recording was cut off. So basically I was continuing editing this photo, and then I only have two more photo left. That's the end, these two. So I already edited them. So thank you so much for watching the video, and I will have more video coming up. Thanks. Bye.